Public debt. Borrowing made by the public authorities called the public debt. It is the total amount borrowed by the government of a country. The government may borrow from banks and other financial institutions, business houses, and individuals. It may also borrow from foreign countries. The government loan is generally in the form of bonds. Loans are raised by the government to meet the gap between its revenue and expenditure. Need for public debt. Public borrowings are essential for economic stability and growth. There are many situations that the government need the public debt. There are first ones, because of the miscalculations and defective planning, there is a temporary lag between revenue and expenditure. In these situations, the government takes short-term loans from public. When a national emergencies like flood, fire, drought, war occurred, then the government need more funds to overcome these situations. They need public debt. Third one, to achieve rapid economic development and full employment, the government need public borrowings. Fourth one, in the time of inflation period, the government borrow from public to withdraw the surplus money from circulation. This is effective for anti-inflationary measures. Classification of public debt. First one, productive and unproductive. Public debt is to be productive when the investment yields an income. Their repayment is in long run. Example, loan taken for financing railways, irrigation works, etc. Unproductive debts are those which do not create any asset. Example, loan raised by the government to finance a war. Second one, voluntary and compulsory. Voluntary debts that the individual and institutions are voluntarily taken up government bonds. There is no force for it, but the government compelled to buy certain people. Government bonds are compulsory debt. Third one, internal and external. A loan raised by the government from sources within the country is called internal debt, but borrowings from foreigners are called external debt. Fourth one, funded and unfunded or floating. While funded debt is the one which is repayable only after a long time, unfunded or floating debts are short-term loans like treasury bills. Redeemable and irredeemable. Redeemable loans are those for which a definite date of repayment has been fixed. But the irredeemable debt are those without a mention of the date of repayment. Sometimes they may not be redeemed at all, but the government promises to pay interest regularly. Redemption of public debt. Redemption means repayment. The government repay principal amount and agreed rate of interest. It strengthens the confidence of the public in the government. The following are the methods of redemption of public debts. First one, surplus revenue. In this method, the budget surplus arises in any year. This used for the repayment of public debt. Second one, sinking fund. This is considered the most systematic method. It refers to the creation and accumulation of a fund which is used to pay public debt. A certain amount set apart every year for this purpose. Third one, terminal annuity. The government pays off its debt in equal annual installment which include interest and principal amount. Through this method, debt decreases every year. Fourth one, conversion method. It means conversion old loan into a new loan. When the market rate of interest falls, government raises fresh loans at lower rate to pay off the high interest bearing old debts. Fifth one, repudiation. In repudiation, the present government refuses to recognize the debts incurred by the former government. It is an unusual and revolutionary method. In fact, repudiation is not paying off a loan but destroying it. It happens after a revolutions. For example, the communist government in USSR repudiated all loans taken by the fascist government. Capital levy. Capital levy is a tax on privately owned wealth. It is a special levy imposed on all capital at a progressive rate so as to raise sufficient amount to pay off the entire public debt. Capital levy was not a success, though it was tried in some European countries after the First World War. Burden of public debt. Public debt taken for productive purpose will not have any burden as there are income yielding assets. But the debt is for an unproductive purpose, it will impose a burden on the community. In the case of an internal debt, the government imposes taxes on the people to clear off the liabilities. The bondholders receive what the taxpayers pay. If direct tax, the burden of community will be little. In direct tax, burden will be higher. In the case of an external debt, the amount paid by the debtor country towards interest and the principal is the measure of the direct money burden on the community. The direct real burden of an external debt is equal to the value of goods drained from the debtor country towards its payment and the resulting loss of economic welfare.